So you already cheated and saw the thumbnail. You already commented that, yeah, you saw it to the correct direction.
It is the correct direction, and there was no other image. Like, the image is the image. Like, you look at it and you go like, that's just terrific. That's terrific. Too bad Karrion Kross is really shitty champion. But this is a terrific image. Although I was thinking of all about the releases, and I was like, that should be the image. That's why I cheated in the first place. I was like, we got to put those dead bodies up there. We got to put 2 WWE bodies this week for those reasons.
Them bodies. Like, they're not even people. Them bodies.
You got to put them bodies in there.
I remember my first day of management, I referred to how many bodies do we have when I was referring to how many staff do we have in today. It's like, the staff got pissed when I referred to them as body. We are people.
Yeah, because at my job, that's a given. We just call people body. And it's not personal, it's just that's the term it's used. I hope most people have gotten used to it. If I talk to you, it's like, oh, these people don't want to come in. But when I say, hey, we're short today, we don't have any bodies. That's kind of the term. We need bodies.
So back to the thumbnails. 4 out of the 5 contain Scarlet. So this is obviously the one I went with because that.
This is. She looks like Catwoman after fucking Batman. Like, I did it.
Look at that one. I could have gone with that one.
This is good. It reminds me of the Cruella de Vil trailer. I haven't seen the movie. Don't probably plan on doing it unless it's free somewhere.
Unless it's free.
But that's what she reminded me of. I remember the trailer and she looked something similar to this. But yeah.
Wasn't really feeling this one. This one looks like she's been cleaning chimneys.
Yeah, she's falling in it. Yeah, just having a bad day like TikTok. She's going to save the world's hottest chimney sweep.
We got Adam Cole.
His promo was fire, but he's never made the cover. Look at this. Why would that be? Come on.
Well, see, we can't do this because look how skinny he looks in comparison to Kross in this picture.
Why is Karrion Kross talking down to that little kid? It looks like a father telling his son, "You are not the man in the house. I am, and your days are gonna go my way." And the kid's like, "Shut up, Dad! Shut up! You're an asshole. You're a dick. You need to treat Mom with more respect and stop throwing chalk on her face or whatever you have her horn."
But I want to point out, Manny knew what he was doing here, especially as that talk looks like another word from the angle. Well played.
Good, Manny. You swear Manny decided to take this image and went to Scarlett. Hold on, Scarlett. I need to take a picture of you where the top looks like Dick Cock. Okay? I don't know.
Hashtag clickbait king.
You're good. You are the king. Honestly, we need to start having you do the Shinsuke Nakamura tournament crowd. Just describe what kind of king you are.
I don't think
the clickbait fool, aka the king.
I don't think I'm Prince Manish anymore. I think I'm King Manish.
Don't crown yourself.
Oh no, that's not the right one. This is the right one. Manny is a clickbait master.
He's a master of clickbait.
And then as we go into our next thing, my WCW name probably would be Michael Rouge Coupe, a French aristocrat.
Yes. Yes. Nice. Am I wrong that I want to see Michael Rouge Coupe?
It's not only that, it's the fact that the word aristocrat makes me laugh anyway.
Well, is it because of that dirty joke?
What dirty joke?
You don't know the aristocrat joke? We don't have time. Man, start the show. We don't have time to talk about it.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Check out Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Ooh, we got some allegedly today, but
Ooh.
I didn't have an image to come in from intro to us because I wasn't ready to say. Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm of course Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm joined by
Marcus the grand finale. Uh, I don't know. I wanted to stretch it. Like literally, my shirt got tucked out of my fat, and I needed an excuse to shake it out.
I thought you were going to do some Angels in the Outfield again.
No. We've been down that road, man. I know. I want to make an announcement. Breaking news: the Sharpshooters have released the cast of the Shame Show. But even though we have released it, I would like to bring it back to do Angels in the Outfield.
I don't even remember who was in that movie, so we could cast
Danny
anybody.
Glover, Tony Danza, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and I think Wallace. Not Wallace. I forget his name from The Wire, but whatever. It probably wasn't even him.
Okay, so more WWE releases. For people that are unable to determine what Marcus was just playing, he was trying to play taps.
Yeah.
So the WWE have come to terms on the release of Braun Strowman. Choo choo!
I knew he was dead when that was happening. When that was happening, it was it. I feel like it was his idea. They had to fire him for it. Why can't a choo-choo train make a sound when I run around the ropes?
Aleister Black, who was more of the surprise of this group, given that they wasted so much money on animation for all his promo material coming into his return, and then now they've got to do this unexplained angle. Now Biggie got taken out by Aleister Black for no reason.
Racism! I was pushing this racism. My father told me I'm doing the right thing. And my father told me, be a racist. I took out Big E, and Mr. Man was like, what the fuck, Alex? He's like, I'm doing what my father told me. He told me to be racist. Oh, shit.
We've got
that's great.
We've got 1/4 of the bottom of the barrel gone.
Is that Santana Garrett or
no.
Right?
No.
Oh. See, I always thought the bottom of the barrel, the name of the team was Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose.
No, because
I just thought they were in the.
You established you want to push Mandy Rose.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. I've decided that. I am pushing her.
And we are a team, and we tend to agree on these decisions because I went 100% in with push Billy Kay.
Yes, and I would never deny that.
So Murphy's also gone. I wasn't surprised about that one. He hasn't been on TV for a very long time.
Yeah, last time he was simping for Rey Mysterio's daughter. It's never going to work out for him.
We got Ruby Riott, which interesting.
Yeah, surprising.
That one was interesting.
That was kind of surprising.
So they obviously value whatever Liv Morgan can offer them. Like she's improved tremendously since when she was when we had the Riot Squad original.
I have a question. Name a name that you thought, based on these past 2 weeks of wrestling, who you thought would be on that list that wasn't. And don't say Keith Lee. Don't say Keith Lee.
I was thinking Keith Lee and Miriam. I was honestly thinking that because it's just weird that he hasn't been around. Like there's no announcement that there's an injury or anything.
No. And Mia Yim said, mind your damn business. And Keith Lee was like, in time, you will all know. Because I'm about to start a sentence that will end all sentences. So, shit. He didn't say that exactly, but, that's the way I think Keith Lee talks and thinks. I would have put Riker. The way he was ran down by Elias stuff, I want to ride with you. You're a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I was expecting Riker's name to show up.
You just mentioned someone else, Elias.
Yeah, you got Bogues.
You got
You know,
Bogues. Bogues is probably doing the exact same gimmick for cheaper.
yeah, but he isn't running down the crowd. Elias can run down the crowd. I mean, you can't release Elias before he gets in front of an audience again.
Whoa, Levi. Come on now. I don't even know why. You can't just have a vague statement like that. You can't have a vague statement like that and just not go further into detail.
Yeah, you have to expunge on that one. You have inside information.
First of all, who's your source?
Yeah. Who did they keep it under wraps? Keith Lee is going to jail. And honestly, Levi, if Keith Lee goes to jail, I'm going to re-edit the show and say broken by Levi. Breaking news. Keith Lee is going to jail. You're the only person to put Keith Lee in jail. What did he do? Oh, shit. He destroyed the entire northern California. Oh shit, we went on a rampage. But these releases, and I guess we could talk more about it. They were decided for budget cuts, as you know they've been doing lately, as they've been saying.
I don't necessarily feel like most of them are budget cuts. I think the only one that you would really say is budget cuts is Braun Strowman, who was on like a big contract prior to when they were hoarding talent. Because they didn't want people going to AEW, so people were like negotiating their terms and obviously negotiating for more money. And it seems like someone like Nick Khan, who's just come into business, just looks at it and goes, "You know what? That's probably not how we should do business around here." And I was an interesting, cool Twitter account to follow is WrestleNomics. Okay. That's obviously something I would follow, where I look at the business side and money side of things. In 2020, WWE had about over 300 wrestlers under contract, which seems like that statement couldn't be true. But think about how many people are actually in the performance center that we're not even aware of.
Yeah,
they would be under some form of contract. So when you think about it,
like
that's way too many people to be having under contract. Like, regardless of like paying, and I still see it like if you have an asset there and they're not doing anything, you just get rid.
Well, it's very NFL type thinking, right?
Yeah, it's NFL.
When you have a player, when you have the salary, you're trying to stay under a salary cap, and you know you're debating if you should bring back Tom Brady. I'm just gonna use Tom Brady at the Patriots because they seem to do it the best, and they have next man up kind of mentality. Even though they sucked balls this year and they cost me $20, now maybe $40. No, I owe you 20 for something else, I think, and then 40 for another thing.
No, I think it was.
And then I owe you for Brandon Cutler as well.
I think it was. I think we literally went. You went on Double or Nothing or something.
Yeah. Which shows that I should gamble, and if you want to deal with a black man, he got bad credit. I ain't paying nobody. And I say, what was I gonna say? But it's similar to that. But I'm gonna go on and say, let's say it is. But I read that Braun Strowman's making like $1 million a year.
Yeah,
going to his new contract, and I'm like, was he really worth that?
He's not
He's not worth it. And then also on one thing I listened to or read, I forget which, but apparently he's always been someone that they disliked in the locker room. Like they always thought he was a kind of an idiot, which hence why they did the stupid dumb angle. Is that he says dumb shit, shows up late, and
that wasn't the showing up late thing wasn't the whole reason that one of his many pushes got derailed.
Yeah, I feel like this was more like fuck off kind of deal. Like, we don't care about the money. It's not about this. We can make budget cuts and all that, but we don't want you around. It's not working. But I feel like he has a future anywhere he wants to go. Like with all these releases, I'm so sick of how could they do that? Oh, how could they do the negative spin that how could they release this wrestler? You don't care. These guys are all gonna bounce back. Not one of these guys are ever going to be like, damn, you see Braun Strowman now? Yeah, what's he doing? He's working at the fucking grocery store. He's bagging groceries.
Hey,
He
that
pumped my
happened to
gas last week.
that happened to Just Incredible. Just remember that.
Yeah, but that was a different time. With so many wrestling promotions and wrestlers going around this day, Braun Strowman, Lana, Ruby Riott, Buddy Murphy, they're all going to land somewhere. Santana Garrett, they're all going to land somewhere.
These people are in a lot better position than the people that got released last year. Because nothing was open last year. The world is starting to reopen. Indie appearances are going to start reopening, and then they can charge more based on the WWE's thing you can add on.
I am former Universal Champion Braun Strowman. You pay me $10,000 to show up on this show, or motherfucker, I ain't gonna be here. And if AEW, I honestly curious about AEW contracts because of the signing of Mark Henry. I know I'm going to attend it, but I'm like, how much are they paying Mark Henry and Big Show? And do those people get paid more than the actual wrestlers in the back?
They must be.
And then, like, if you try to sign like Strowman or somebody like that, do they get paid? Like, where is all this money going coming from? I'm curious to see the books. I want to see their books. I want to see everybody's books.
So just a quick shout out. Prince Manish did show up on the Coming Down the Aisle podcast with Mic'd Up Sports yesterday, with Mike and James on their YouTube channel. The link is in the description below if you want to check that out. Yeah, I can't use the Lord Manny Hayes name anywhere else.
We on the rights. We on the rights. But tune in next week when you find out, after we do the Saturday show, Sunday, we're going to release Lord Manny Hayes from contract.
Well, actually,
as he's opened the forbidden door.
We got some breaking news. The Untitled Marcus and Manny show would like to wish Eric the best in his future porn endeavors. Eric back in the porn game.
Back in directing. Made in his mind.
Rumor has it Eric asked for its release.
Ball slapping ass shot. Ball slapping ass shot. There it is. Porn director's probably got the stupidest job in the world.
But we did have a good discussion yesterday about similar topics. But now that we know a little bit more, there's a little bit more to. I'm boycotting F9 due to John Cena. What?
I'm assuming it's over the China comments. Here, you know what? I feel like I can go on a tangent on everything. I don't care what celebrities, rappers, or athletes, politicians, or certain, these people who, let's say I watch your art or listen to your music or whatever it is. I don't care about where they stand in the world or how they make their money. I'm not looking for John Cena's opinion on China. I don't care. I really don't.
You're right there, people. He's right there.
Well, back to these release wrestlers. They're gonna all land on their feet. They're gonna be fine. And WWE makes whatever cuts they want. And I am happier that more people should be happy that they're out of that company because it's clear as day. WWE has no plans of doing anything or had any plans of doing anything with Aleister Black. Yeah, they did those vignettes. He came out, he kicked Big E, and then they were like, now what?
So yesterday we brought up the topic. So what does that mean for the alleged rumor Zelina was back in the Performance Center? Once again, I brought up there was no name to that story. No one proved that actually happened. So I don't believe it.
No proof of anything in wrestling. Worst journalism of any sport or any type of television or anything.
Which brings up the next topic. WWE allegedly being up for sale and allegedly being bought by NBC for a fee around $2 to $4 billion.
Nah. I'll believe it when I see it. I can see it when Vince dies. Not while he's still alive.
I can see it happening, but like the people all involved will still be employed. Like for instance, Triple H will probably be the shot caller at that point. Because they're not just going to leave it in the capable hands of anyone at NBC.
You know who knows wrestling? NBC does. We're gonna put The Rock in charge. He has Young Rock, and now he owns Monday Night Raw.
Because someone old at NBC is going to be, you know what? I watched the show before. It was called Hogan Knows Best. And he will be running the WWE if no McMahon is left on that payroll.
It will be Hogan and his writing staff, the Bella Twins. Oh, I believe it when I see it. I'm not gonna go into full allegedly at NBC to WWE, and they are. So would I like? How much would change? And I don't even know. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to get behind it. I feel like them sold to NBC. I don't even know what that would look like. A WWE owned by anybody else other than a McMahon.
Because I still think, regardless, it's going to be one of those things like if they do sell, everyone there is still going to be on that payroll to make that shit work. Because, like, you couldn't just chuck in anyone from NBC to make what WWE do work.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you know, wouldn't Vince McMahon just be like, yep, I'm done. I'm retiring. Well, he's not leaving. He's not leaving.
He's 76 this year. He looks like he's a corpse. He looks like a walking corpse most days.
Yeah, but I feel like he's still the most active guy there. Which is like, I'm going to do this. He's fucking up Raw single-handedly every single week. And you know it.
Hold on, my camera's frozen.
Oh, no.
Why am I smiling? I don't like the fact that I'm still smiling in that.
Because I was that funny. But the fact that, you know, they would get sold, let's say they do get sold. And I just feel like this is my prediction right now. WWE will get sold. Day one. It's like, all right, I'm happy. Day two or week two. Good, this is great. 2 months down the line, I miss the old way WWE was ran. You know, Vince McMahon would never allow this shit to happen. And it's like, oh, here we go. So all of a sudden, you love Vince McMahon randomly again because Raw's still shit.
But do you think if NBC got their hands on WWE, that it would be just on NBC, not USA, NBC?
Oh, Raw would be on NBC. If I'm paying $4 billion for something, Monday Night Raw is now on NBC competing with Monday Night Football on that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'd get like 4 million views if it did.
Yeah, in
the state of how garbage it is, you're gonna put it on TV regardless.
Yeah, at $4 billion. Let's say, Manny, you were a trillionaire and you ran a major network. You could have been Bill Cosby trying to buy NBC.
Bill Cosby ain't got that money.
He did. He almost bought NBC, Manny. He almost bought NBC before, you know, his allegations. So let's say you were Bill Cosby and you
molested about 100 kids. That's 100.
No, it wasn't kids. It was women. All right. Don't. He didn't. Kids didn't say the darndest thing to go, you touched me, Bill. That didn't happen.
That we know of.
He didn't touch kids. Don't put that on Dr. Cosby. Don't put that on Dr. I feel like saying doctor because it never happened. Dr. Hustle. Oh. But let's say you got to buy NBC. You spending $4 billion on WWE? Or do you think it's worth more? Or less?
At this moment, I think that's the right price. Like wrestling isn't a hot commodity right now.
I don't know. It seems like everybody wants some damn wrestling on their network right now.
Yeah, no.
Impact and AEW and WWE and TNA,
you got that.
Shit like that.
You got that, but like let's say we had the highs of the late 90s of the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
In this current day, if it was doing big ratings like it was back then, in this current day, you're looking at maybe 10. Okay. Looking at about 5 to 6 billion. 5 to 6 billion. Because look at I think the Knicks is worth about 5 billion, isn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
And the
They
Cowboys,
might like 6. They might have went up. Or
Yeah,
I might be confused with the Cowboys.
and the Cowboys are probably worth about a bit more than that. So like some of the all-time team franchises are worth just about that. And I think with the legacy WWE have, if it was in its heyday, where it was doing massive numbers, I feel like you could warrant maybe 6 to 7. But now that it's plateaued, where it's not really going up, or it's not really going, well, it is going down. It seems like it's on a downward trend, especially WWE with Raw. Its other stuff plateaued because SmackDown's okay, but like the thing you would be looking at is it still makes money. Like NBC through Peacock paid $1 billion for that stuff to be on the Peacock, so they must value it.
Well, they last year they recorded their highest revenue ever.
Yeah, so they're still making money.
That record. They're still making dollars over fists. Still releasing people too, Oh, because my other theory about releases. Oh, go ahead. I'll go back. Because
I still think they're going to strike a huge deal worldwide in regards to like their Peacock deal in America. So if you think they're going to do a similar deal in the UK, and they'll do a similar deal wherever the WWE network is worldwide, and then rake in so much more money.
Yeah, I just need. Yeah, I'm curious what a post McMahon WWE would be like. I think Stephanie would just be running it. Her and Triple H and NBC would be the owners and stuff like that. If that does happen, but I can't see it until Vince McMahon is dead.
Because do you know what the weird thing is? Everyone seems to look at the Vince McMahon character as the guy running the show, but I don't think he's as like horrible as people seem to make out like he is. Like, and I don't think Stephanie is as dumb as people make her out to be, or Triple H and stuff like that. They are intelligent people. They know what they're talking about. They're surrounded by the correct people.
Yeah. So on the Bill Simmons podcast, this was an interview he had with Stephanie. He was talking about he was in a meeting with Vince. I think it was when they were filming the Andre the Giant documentary and they were going over stuff, right? And he was like, they were in this meeting and everybody's sitting there and they're talking. Everybody says their piece, and Vince just kind of sits there. And then at the end of the day, he's like, he doesn't know what it is, but the dude fucking controls that room with like literally just sitting there, and then everybody after they say something will look at him, and he has no expression on his face because he doesn't react to anything until he wants to say something and say, how about this? Because he doesn't want to influence the room.
Yeah.
And then, that is the businessman that is Vince McMahon. It's like, oh shit. The dude still commands the room. Like, as a 70-something-year-old man. He may be wrong, but it's the reason he always seems to get his way.
But don't you think like the way Vince McMahon runs WWE was very much like how God rest his soul, Mr. Al Davis ran the Raiders?
Just when? Yes. Defiant and crazy. I feel like Vince McMahon is the perfect mix of Al Davis and Jerry Jones.
Yeah, it's exactly the same situation with Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. I feel like they are very much in control of what was going on in their organization. They were both the general managers of their teams, as well as being the owners. It's just like, so...
It is what it is. Raw did his all-time worst ratings this week, but, no one watches TV anymore. People need to just get on board with that. Wrestling is seen in clips and in comment sections where people don't even probably watch it anymore. No one has the 3 hours to watch Raw on a holiday or any day. It's just too long. There's a reason the product sucks on Raw. There's a reason why they got their worst rating ever. It's just trash. It's a bad time. No, if you can break it, it is the perfect storm of no fans, Memorial Day, trash storylines. What else? YouTube and the internet, watching everything. And just, I got better shit to do. Playoffs in the NBA, NHL playoffs, Major League Baseball's back, be in attendance and all these things. I just ain't got time for this shit. So, and Raw's the B show. These ratings should be expected by people.
The sharpshooters. Let's just say Keith Lee should know. Why do you think him is always repping Crips on national TV?
I feel like Levi has created his own episode of Dark Side of the Ring. You see Keith Lee with a gun, and it's like, what the hell?
All right, Levi. I require you to email the show at thesharpshooters@gmail.com, and I want this written down as a story, and we will read it out on Saturday because that is just too good to be just a YouTube comment.
I'll tell you what, if it's still so good, I mean, if he emails us, we will do a special episode of Our Side of the Ring. It's a knockoff of Dark Side of the Ring.
Our side of the ring. No, it'll be the light side of the ring because they've already taken dark, so we'll be the light side of the ring.
But I feel like this is a dark story where Keith Lee is going to jail and is facing undercover charges that no one knew about.
Oh, that trial will go on forever. Keith Lee
is defending himself and is tired for the opening statement. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
greetings and salutations.
I have been pacificating and is being persecuted. Jesus, come on, man! You're guilty. You're guilty. Sure, I had to jump out and lash out. You're fucking guilty.
This man is guilty. Okay, so we've spent way too long on this outside news stuff and the possibility of Keith Lee going to jail.
Which I'm more interested in talking about that than any of these releases or anything like that.
We did have a show on Tuesday. It was NXT. It happened on the 1st of June. I'm rambling till I can get my notes up.
It's all right. It was a good move. No one saw through it.
Well, I still can't get them up for some reason.
Okay. NXT started with a video package.
Every
NXT episode starts with a video package. That's all you had to do is just get away with it. And you can just be like, Marcus, what did you think of that video package? Oh, man, I thought I got me hyped for the show, and I can't wait for Poppy to return next week. And you stalled, and you have your notes up. Boom.
Okay, so NXT did open up with the actual triple threat match between Pete Dunne, Kyle O'Reilly, and Johnny Gargano. I'm basically calling this a non-match because there was no ending to this
It's still going.
And other than Adam Cole interfering with a chair and taking everyone out. He threw a chair at Johnny Gargano, who looked like he was launching himself at Adam Cole.
So a triple threat match. I thought that they were going to extend the match after this and be like, triple threat match can't end like this with just a disruption. And, apparently they later ruled. Like, I thought it was going to be one of those, we started the show with this and we're now going to end the show with this to let them recoup. Because that would be a good tag way to keep me on. But no, they just said, Regal just like, I'm scrapping this right now. What are you doing? Get out of here, Adam. I'm leaving, Regal. Get out of here, Adam. I'm leaving, Regal. And then Ember Moon comes out there. She walks by and he's like, what the fuck she got to say?
This is the point where I bet William Regal has lost control of the show. I'm only 20 minutes into it. So Ember Moon demands that Raquel Gonzalez come out because of because they thought what she did to Shotzi was funny last week. Ember threatens to hold the show hostage. I'm just saying, if she was successful, she would be on the job hunt with Braun Strowman. Which is when I fully lost respect for William Regal. Because Raquel Gonzalez comes out, hits a juke move on William Regal and gets past him.
Well, come on, Manny. William Regal's what, 50-something? Raquel's a part of her life.
I don't care. It's William fucking Regal.
I could have did that to William Regal when he was a man's man in WWE. He can't got no defense. You act like he's out there locking people up like Kawhi Leonard. No, he's more of a James Harden.
She juked him so hard, Maurice Jones-Drew applauded.
And she gets to the ring, she gets kind of beat up.
Of all running backs, why was that my pull? Maurice Jones-Drew, like a terrible Jags running back.
Come on, he was former UCLA.
I don't trust anyone from UCLA or USC or USC.
So it's going to be, Manny does not trust anybody from California. There's going to be anybody in the Los Angeles County then Long Beach. And then I'll be like, Manny, you've never trusted me? Not for a second. There's a reason I'm doing guest spots on the shows. That's Lord Manish or Chris Manish. I'm out.
No, I think I'm King. I'm going to be King. The new name is King Manny Hayes. When I get a crown, he will be King Manny Hayes.
You have overthrown the king.
So Regal
I love
eventually
watching you rise to a monarchy ranking. Like this is House of Cards. Or
you have a
something.
crown, have a cape and everything. A scepter.
Random jester shows up in his house. It's like, who's this? My new jester. I might have a new one next week. He may be killed. Keith Lee did the murdering.
So-
Let me in jail.
So these two have a scrap. Regal eventually separates them, but does not account for the sneak attack by Dakota Kai, who takes out Ember Moon like she was garbage.
Dakota seemed very happy with herself. She threw a bunch of kicks.
She
Laid
did.
out Ember Moon.
She came out like a hype beast as well. I liked it.
Yeah, she wasn't having it today. I don't even know if this was a well executed plan on behalf of Raquel and Dakota, but it felt like it.
Yeah. And then Ember says she's going to get her own back and take out Dakota Kai next week and then become a 2-time NXT champion at TakeOver.
Yeah, security team, as the commentary said, seemed to be worked in this matter. When I feel like Adam Cole was no longer a threat as he was out the building, they could have made it back in. But somehow Adam Cole still gets back into the building. Those losers of security.
There's only two of them. It was only two of them, and one of them looked like Sylvester Tokai.
No, it was like 5 on Adam Cole and 2 remaining for Raquel.
I thought it was only 2 for Adam Cole.
No, I feel like Adam Cole had a full entourage of security on his way out.
So then we get LA Knight versus Jake Atlas. LA Knight was talking to the ring, but I couldn't take anything in because I just was not paying attention to the man that just talks.
Wait, his one thing that he does is talk, and you goes, nah, I'm not paying attention to that.
Because it made no sense. None of it when he said that. And the moment he hit the I couldn't care. Could not care. Could not care. Do you remember what he said? That's what I thought.
Oh, fuck you, Manny. I know he said his name a couple of times.
To be honest, that joke, if you had actually remembered it, it would not have worked.
I know. But you knew it. I had no clue what he said. Because you know what? I know he said it's his game. He's LA Knight. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe he mentioned the $1 Million Man. Then he goes to Jake Atlas, who won because it's Pride Month.
I was leading towards that, but I was like, do you know what? If he lost, would anyone overreact?
No one would care. No one would have cared. I would have beat Jake Atlas and had LA Knight just go over. It doesn't matter. They're not doing anything with him. I'm shocked he wasn't on the list with Ruby Riott and whoever else.
So Ted DiBiase came out during this match. He's later joined by Cameron Grimes as they both laugh off LA Knight losing this match to Jake Atlas. And that was it. And then, so Ted DiBiase was asked in the back, basically, what his plans were before immediately being cast aside by Adam Cole walking towards the ring after successfully evading security.
All he needed was a good distraction like Ted DiBiase.
So
Adam Cole start talking shit.
Yeah, Adam Cole states that he's the real #1 contender. States he has been gone for 2 months and nobody has lived up to his legacy. He calls Karrion Kross an overrated musclehead and that doesn't belong in the same ring as him.
Yeah.
I believe this is where Eric texted like Manny would have loved to say that to Karrion Kross.
I feel like this was Manny being channeled to say what I want, say what I want. He said what I wanted! He said it! I can't believe it! This is exactly why I possess Adam Cole. all these towers of supernatural abilities. It's finally worked. And I said exactly what I wanted to say to Karrion Kross to his face. When Adam Cole steps in that ring to be impressive, the bell just goes ding. It just goes ding. You have your fancy entrance and your woman, and you guys come out there and you look impressive, but you're not. You guys are trash. Here's the bin that Manny has. This is everything I wanted to say. Me and what I was.
I like how Eric solely put this on me that I wanted to say this. He wanted to say this too.
He did. I feel like this was like the Karrion Kross intervention. Everybody got in. Look at the numbers, man. We're not pushing the needle. You're not carrying this brand. Get out of here. And then Kross says, "I'll fight all you little guys."
So, of the main champions in WWE, Roman, Bobby, and let's add Kross to that mix.
Mm-hmm.
Roman and Bobby, when put into a multi-man match, was very angry of the fact that they were in that match because it meant that they could lose that match without being involved in that pinfall. This fool decides he wants all four other than participants in this. He wants them all, making his chances to win 20%. I'm not doing Steiner math because that's too hard. It'll hurt my brain.
Yeah. It's too early in the morning for me for Steiner math. It's too late at night for you for Steiner math.
But that gives him a 20% chance overall to win this match.
Something like that, yeah. But he's a damn fool. But you know what? Considering who he's fighting, I think he's bigger, he's taller, probably stronger than half the guys. I think he can take him. But I hope he loses. Gargano gets a pin over Pete Dunne or O'Reilly or something stupid like that. Kross goes to the main roster and he leaves NXT alone because he doesn't belong. Because when you show that picture of who does not belong there, I point to him every single time.
He when he stood even this picture where he's next to Cole, he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be on NXT. Look at the size of him.
Yeah. And he's not even, the thing is, he's not even that tall. He just looks like a monk. Adam Cole's like 5'6".
No. So see, look at the bicep of Kross.
Yeah.
That's probably the size of Adam Cole's thigh.
Yeah. Maybe even Adam Cole himself. Like, even Scarlett looks bigger than Adam Cole in this one.
And then Adam Cole obviously leaves petty by disrupting the table, which I think the commentary team was more annoyed at this week. The candy was thrown all over the floor, and then stands on the table, and then Petty takes the water bottle and throws it, which Kross as a shield protects Scarlett from.
Yeah.
But then he just seemed pissed, like he didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah. You motherfucker, you gonna throw that at my girl? What's wrong with you? But I enjoyed this segment, very entertaining segment. Seemed kind of thrown together because I didn't realize In Your House was less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah, I didn't know either. So it's Candice and India in the back. India is now listening to 80s Power Balance, which later in the night, Dexter Loomis finds and sheds a tear. One tear. A singular tear.
A singular tear. Shades of Batista in Army of the Dead.
I have this in my notes, but I don't understand why. For weeks now, can someone explain why Beth has a love for Technicolored Dreamcoats?
I don't know. I feel like she's been going off the rails with that. I feel like there's whoever the soup manager is of WWE, and this is for all brands, said, Beth Phoenix, you're going to be a part of this soup game, and I'm going to Technicolor you up too.
Jiley hasn't forgotten about how Mercedes Martinez tried to embarrass her at the Mae Young Classic many years ago and challenges her at TakeOver.
What is this old ass shit, man? You can't beat with nobody from 4 years ago.
Mercedes says she has been a marked woman for years. The only thing different now is Jaya is a badass now, but so is she, and she is standing in her way to back into the women's title picture.
I like the Mercedes. It's like she acknowledged that Jiley is a badass now. Like, and before, yeah, he's there asking. Now I gotta actually think about this one. Kind of a badass. But yeah, Xylee's killing her.
Luchador says we need Finn versus Walter before Finn returns to the main. It's not going to happen.
No. How about this? Let's put Walter on the main roster and chop the shit out of people. I'm all for it.
Which roster, though?
Oh, SmackDown, of course. They handle people right over there. I don't want to.
Yeah, but I don't think he beats...
When I talk about main roster, I say SmackDown. That's what
he
I
ain't,
mean.
he ain't beating... I don't think he can even beat Roman in this.
Hold on. I never said he was fighting Roman, Manny. Mid-card.
No, don't you dare. He does not belong.
Intercontinental champion.
He does not
holds
belong.
it with an iron fist.
He does not belong in no mid-card.
I want him in the mid-card, where he's fighting your Shinsuke's, your Apollos, your boy Big E, who now is without a storyline and a faction. Oh, who else? Who's in that mid-card? The Gables, the Otises of the world. Just imagine Walter just beating them. And then eventually, the big dog loses his title, and then he beats the guy that beat the big dog.
Nah, I want him on Raw. Take that title away from Bobby.
No! If Bobby loses that, he loses the ladies of Lashley.
No, you can still have them.
No, he can't. They're there for the title. Those are the money grubbing ring rats that he's always wanted.
So my cousin Carmelo Hayes versus Kushida.
Wait a minute. Why is he because he's Hayes?
Because I did Ancestry.com and it said Carmelo was my ancestor.
So when they were doing this video records, I go, who the hell is this? His name's Carmelo. Who's named Carmelo other than Carmelo?
He hit the line of the night, though. You will see a UFO before you see another me.
I've seen several UFOs on YouTube, but you know, he got a point. I thought he looked good. I thought this was a solid match between him and Kushida.
Marcus, you can't trust those UFOs on YouTube because I've also showed you a video of someone eating mattresses on YouTube.
That was on national that was on television at one point. That was on TLC. Jesus.
Best channel ever. Best channel ever.
Why do I eat mattresses? Please don't. Why are we watching you eat mattresses? I steal mattresses? Oh God, no. I'm not going to not that nightmare again, Manny. Not again.
So this was actually a nice match for the Cruiserweight title. However, I can't see Hayes being anything but stuck in the 205 Live division.
Well, I don't think there is a 205 Live. 205 Live division, the legit one is Ariel Daivari and Tony Nese. That is all that I think of when I see 205 Live. I see him actually doing solid work on NXT. Eventually, you know, getting away, jobbing out, maybe in the Zoe Stark role, always showing potential and stuff, you know.
So showing potential, but never winning.
Yes. Zoe Stark showed up again with Zaya Ramirez, and I went, this team is not winning.
Well, they need to get new gear because they just look like jobbers.
Man, they've never won a match. You can't get new gear till you win a match. That should be your golden rule. I can't get new gear till I make money in this.
Both Zayda Ramir and Zoe Stark both hold a win over Tony Storm.
Right, you're right. I forgot about that. I forget that's how they got their names.
That's why we give them names on the show because we wouldn't refer to them otherwise.
I was saying, that one chick and possibly the other chick who's not the girl who's in Hit Row.
The one that's not the girl from Impact. Tasha Steele.
Just making up names. Tasha Steele.
Yeah, so their match against Away just seemed like a quick match for no reason. It served no purpose.
It was all about telling the index story.
Yeah.
And what you call it was about the
and then we've got MSK versus Legado del Fantasma. And you know how I feel about that dive.
Well, the push moves on Get Over It, Manny. There were other spots in this match that were worth talking about. I enjoyed particularly the Raul Mendoza blind tag into I'm on the other side of the apron tightrope into the John Woo drop kick into the other guy. And I was like, that's a good spot. I thought it was a fantastic match. It was really good. I'm sorry for Legado to win, but the tag team division, Legado, as Thatcher and the Grizzled Young Veterans continue their feud.
Oh, and we still haven't seen what is supposed to be happening with Imperium, so it's all intriguing with what's going on in that tag division.
And then, the thing that intrigued me the most, and I hope it's not another version of Raw Underground, even though I was the bare minimum of the guy that enjoyed Raw Underground. By the way, Riddick Moss still has a job. Well, the Diamond Craft, what are they called again? Diamond Mine?
Diamond Mind and
Opening soon? Is it not a faction? It's more of a
teaching
is it a
class.
segment now? Yeah. What are we doing with this?
It obviously seems like an advert the way it's shot,
Yeah.
but like, who's in it? Like that, it's going on too long. Like, you just need to know. They need to debut after In Your House.
It said opening soon, Manny. Opening soon.
It has to happen after In Your House, if not on In Your House.
I got Ruas being in there.
I thought he was released.
Was he?
I don't know even. I don't even know anymore.
I can't keep track of these people.
There's 300 of them.
300 people in WWE roster. Only 5 of them get used every week.
I still think that big dude is going to be in it. The next Brock Lesnar.
Maybe.
Because it seems like people that would have wrestling, like amateur wrestling background or some type of MMA background. So Ruas is a good shout. That Gable kid?
Chad?
No, not Chad Gable, the other one.
Gable Stevens?
Yeah.
For the Olympian?
Is he going to the Olympics?
I think he's still competing.
Maybe not.
I don't think he's out. I don't think he's out the game. Who knows? I don't know. It was just something that I was like, I don't know when this is happening.
El Luchador thinks it's Tessa Blanchard. It could be with the Diamond stuff, but everyone seemed to think with that uncredited source that Tessa Blanchard was close to signing with AEW with her partner.
Let me tell you something else. Another uncredited source. They said, tune in to tonight NXT. There's a lot of rumblings going on in the back. Something big is happening. Nothing happened on this show of any type of rumblings, unless you talk about the return of Adam Cole.
Why did Mace, aka Dio Madden, look like both Millie and Vanilli?
Mate, I feel sorry for Mace whenever he goes out there.
Mace is a fraud like Millie Vanilli. Fraud is my gimmick. How dare you, you thief.
And the only fraud on this show is Sting.
Stang. It's Stang.
Over here trying to sell me insurance, but I'm getting thrown downstairs still.
So that was the end.
Back up.
That was the end of the show. It seemed a bit lackluster for me. Like, it was a good show, but like it felt like something was missing.
Yeah, and that is the North American champion Bronson Reed, who killed Legado, who killed Santos Escobar. It wasn't missing him. It was just I wanted to bring that up. I enjoyed that splash. I don't know why. When Escobar was cheating and he was celebrating his dirt, he was upset and frustrated, and it somehow led to him getting ran over. And I was like, "Oh shit!"
Tsunami.
It didn't really have a lot of the weight theatrics. Balor's missing. Adam Cole return.
Thing is, you would have thought Adam Cole would have been enough, but it wasn't. Like, that was a good promo, but then there didn't seem to be much else. Like, Ember Moon's promo wasn't really there. Like, even from the front, even from the beginning or the backstage one, that wasn't nearly as good. It definitely felt like it was missing stuff all around.
It was the fans, Manny. You missed the fans. You saw that energy from Double or Nothing. You need real fans. You put them back in the large arena.
No, because I kind of so relatively enjoyed Raw this week.
Raw was solid this week. It has Reginald theatrics. I don't know why Reginald's a thing and why should I care, but
Wes said we need a roundtable show with everyone on it. Then nobody would watch the show, Wes.
No, people rewatch this shit. So, like, did I get my shit in? I'm down. If you guys ever want to be a part of the show, just let us know. Text Eric. I'm sure he'd create a graphic and we'd do a 4-man team of randomness, maybe. Who knows?
Or you contact me and I will do it.
Yeah. I'm down to have a discussion.
I feel like Eric creating a graphic is a lot more difficult. Where we can have a pre-made thing like we have here, and you don't have to make a graphic. You need just fancy background.
Yeah, if you want to be on this week, the last episode of Sharpshooters for like the next 2 weeks, because we will be off for the next week. Although I think we're not going to miss another Untitled Manny and Market show. I think I should be able to make all those.
Well, we can take Tuesday off if you want, because I don't necessarily want our 100th show. This is our episode 99. I don't want our 100th show to be a Raw show. Even though it started on a Raw show, I don't think it should have that energy of a Raw show.
I'm going to bring the energy to the Raw show.
Okay, so we're doing a show on Tuesday.
Yeah, it will be a show on Tuesday. Well, is this Tuesday, huh?
Yeah, this Tuesday.
Oh, I would have been here anyway. The Vegas trip is not until the week after. So, there's no reason to postpone that show.
There's a Saturday show this Saturday, and I don't think there's one for the next 2 weeks after. I don't think.
It's only 1 week.
I thought it was 2 weeks.
Saturday. No, we're only missing next Saturday. We're not going to spend 2 weeks in Vegas. No one has that type of money.
Well, Eric, he just bought a $600 chair.
Oh yeah, Eric who buys $400 chairs every 2 weeks.
And about 1,000 bags.
Maybe I just don't like some. Yeah, the bags are ridiculous.
And he buys a new camera every other week.
Yeah. So if I was ever released on the show for budget cuts, it'd be because Eric wanted to buy a really expensive badge.
Even though none of us get paid.
Yeah.
None of us get paid.
None of us get paid, but he'll still do it. You know?
Eric has that OnlyFans money.
Spending? At least 7 different accounts.
But yeah, that was
banned for aggressive behavior.
So yeah, that was the end of today's show. It was fun. Eric's twerking on OnlyFans.
Jesus.
Eric's an old man, people. He'd throw his back out if he did that.
Yeah. He'd throw his hip out twerking. You just see an old man jiggling hip falling apart. He's just trying to get so he can get butt implants.
That's not an image anyone needs.
It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. Just like Braun Strowman, it's too late to apologize. But yeah, let's see where everybody ends up. All this is news. I'm so sick of all this outrage, random outrage of like, oh, why don't they use people and all that? Just release them. Just get people out of there.
Yeah, like I said, it's like the NFL and the NBA. If they don't see you as valuable, they will just drop you and cut you.
Yeah. So just go. Let those people be happy.
So on the Coming Down the Aisle podcast, it's safe to be a Jets fan on that show. Just saying.
What?
It's safe.
It shouldn't be safe for any Jets fan. All right?
But because
they should be ashamed to walk down the street in their green and white gear. They don't understand how terrible they are. They have a mental illness.
So like I made the reference to like NFL teams just making the call when they don't need you anymore. And it's like how Sam Darnold got traded to the Panthers. And I was like, yeah, I'm obviously a Jets fan. That obviously bothered me because I thought Sam might have been the future had they protected him.
Hold on, Manny. You can't on this same show say, I do not trust nobody from USC and UCLA, but then say, I wish they kept Sam Darnold.
That is true. But I was all aboard the Sanchez as well at one point. So I can't be trusted with USC. It's more UCLA. I can't trust anything.
No. You threw them all together. All right,
Actually,
you threw all Southern California in there.
Actually, do you know who I can't trust? Reggie Bush. That's it. Can't trust Reggie Bush.
Why would you? He was in bed with a Kardashian. Just void him of everything. Once you sleep with a Kardashian, you can't be trusted anymore.
But yeah,
golden rule.
I learned one of them is a Jets fan, and the other is a Giants fan. So it would seem like a safe environment where no Jets Giants were pulled. where I get it from the show hosts on this show. I get it from the chat on this show, but it's not even brought up. I don't even bring it up sometimes.
Well, Manny, we don't hate the Jets. I never come into this show going, how can I make a dig at the Jets? No, I just like to point out who's the weakest team on there, and I got a comparison. Oh, the Jets. It just comes out of mind. It just comes to mind, all right? We didn't screw the Jets. The Jets screwed the Jets.
So Wes said, Manny, would you be in the corner of Anthony Ogogo, a better QT Marshall, a modern day Malcolm Bivens? Yeah, I'd also go by the name Manny Abrobro.
Manny Abrobro. King Manny Abrobro. Be the most obnoxious two pairings ever. And his nightmare family.
Who my character be loosely based off? Prince Nana. One of the greatest managers of all time of Ring of Honor.
Yep. Still doing it, I think. I think he's still hosting. He's still carrying some form of an embassy.
Incredible gimmick.
Never made to the big times of any show.
Never sold out.
No Impact, no Dubs, A-Dubs, or WWE.
Yeah, never sold out. But I still feel like he should have done it. Incredible character.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if Bivens was given the opportunity, he would even be better.
Let's be honest. Prince Nana and Big Money Kofi Kingston is the exact same character, except for one's from Jamaica. Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, but I feel like
you have a type. You have a type, Manny. You have a type.
I have what? Money.
Black man with exotic accents that likes to stand in people's corner.
Big Money Kofi Kingston is a wrestler, though. He's no manager. He no bitch.
Why did Drew McIntyre win that match? I'm so upset.
Did Tyler Russ not get released? No, he's still in the company somewhere. Rusting away.
Just wasting people's money. I'm sure if you check out 205 Live, he would be there.
Along with various other people like that Austin Gray guy.
Yeah, August Gray. Arya Davari, Tony Nese.
Who's that tall redhead?
Kurt Stallion?
Yeah, that's the one. Why is he still employed?
Why not him? Why Ruby Riott and not Kurt Stallion or August Gray?
Just get rid of all of 205 Live.
Why is that a show? We had a chance when they moved to Peacock to just say, we don't have this anymore. That's what I want to know. I would like to go into WWE and talk about, you want to talk about budget cuts? Let's get rid of 205 Live. It is the laughing stock of wrestling, and it is the black hole. Yes, you gave such wrestlers as Ashanti the Adonis and Mansoor. But that's it. Nothing's coming out of there.
It takes more money to produce than it does get views.
Let's get rid of it. But you know what's sad, Manny? As we're ragging on this show, I believe that 205 may get more views than NXT UK.
I don't think so.
I say it's equal.
It's probably equal. They're both on the WWE network. They were both in the same spot to find. Like they weren't in like main shows or anything. You'd have to go into like in ring or whatever it was called in the menus. Yeah. It wasn't easy to find these things.
Right next to main event and WWE Challenge.
Oh, challenge. that's the end of the show. Make sure you check out my appearance on Coming Down the Aisle. Link in the description. If you do check it out, do give them a Google subscribe and let them know we sent you. The Untitled Manny show is greater than 205 Live. Much better than 205 Live.
We get more views than 205 Live. And we weigh more. No, but neither one of us can make the scale for 205 Live.
And we wouldn't even try.
Double it. Yeah, and I double the 205 Live.
We wouldn't even try.
We're 305 and live, okay?
And barely live. 305 and barely live.
305 and live. And yes, and no, the show does not feature Liv Morgan. I'm sorry, it's just the other Liv. It's just Liv.
On a side note, my ankle is slowly on the mend. I did have to watch a tutorial on how to walk properly today.
Learning to walk again. Since someday I need dreams about again. I honestly don't know the lyrics to the song, so you know.
Yeah, I only mentioned that to prompt you to do that.
Yeah. Learning to walk again.
But
Can't you see it's almost midnight and I've got to go to sleep? I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
So that was today's show.
Probably not about walking.
If you haven't, make sure you like the video and subscribe. I'm not going to tell you to check out the merch page because none of you do. But do check out the website and then hit
check out Saturday's show. It's going to be explosive. I've already been prompted to what Eric's thoughts and beliefs are, and I think it's going to be an explosive, combative show between us three and maybe even a fourth guest if Wes wants to be on. I'm unnaturally inviting him without even telling Eric.
So what you're saying is potentially Eric has joined ISIS.
Yeah, why not?
Find out more on Saturday's show. Email the show at thesharpshooters@gmail.com.
Did I say ISIS? I meant to say icing.
And Levi, you are not welcome to the show unless you write us that story on why Keith Lee is going to jail.
I want Levi for now to be our source. You know, everybody got wrestling sources. I want him to say the most outlandish shit, and I'm just going, "Oh, that's interesting. Let's talk 2 hours about the potential Keith Lee jail situation."
He's our version of
put Obama in jail.
He's our kayfabe news.
Yeah. Keith Lee on his way to jail. Why? He was talking too slow. We didn't realize that was possible until today.
So yeah, make sure you check out Saturday. Make sure you check out all our stuff in the description down below. And that is the end of the show.
Oh, we talk about AEW on Saturday, huh?
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's a very explosive show.
Because it's Dynamite.